What up, Bamboo? Bamboo Soldier, always around, showing support. You know what I'm saying? That's it's appreciated, man. The world is a lonely place. Millions of people, and you can still feel lonely as fuck. That's weird. You can still feel unwanted and useless. That's weird as fuck. Uh, that's super sad. Uh, let me open this discussion up. Uh, on that note, let's talk about like how sad the world really is. How sad the world is. Like how uh beat down the whole world really is. It's super deep. Can I get a sound check? Can y'all hear me? All good? All right, cool. I'll try to speak up too. Um, but okay, so when you talk about how sad the world is, um, we can start off on a religious standpoint first. um, the idea at all from any religious uh, vantage point you want to stand on. If there's a God or creator that has a standard for us and we are not meeting the standard, and in order for the plan to unfold through any level of prophecy to be exactly what these holy books say is what they say is the whole story of humanity from beginning to end. They try to tell the whole story, even the ending, before it happens, and then they actually build the credibility and the strength behind their religion by having time pass the exact same way that they said that it was going to help every step of the way to validate what it is that they say is the true word of God, right? In that plan, no one notices. A lot of religious people, they just don't notice. And then they act like they got a cover for it. There's no moral cover for this shit whatsoever. That means that it's actually written that we will never rise to the awareness. The Bible can be here for all of this time, written, predicted, expected, and supposedly in full control of this God that this is supposed to be like the divine word and order from. Watching all of this happen like this, because out of all the things that he could possibly do with all of the infinite power of creation, love, and all this other shit, it just so still happens to have all of this doom, gloom, violence, despair, amnesia of who the fuck we are. We are still struggling to try to figure out where the fuck humanity even came from, and we can't. Every time we think we've gone back far enough, we have to go back even further, and then you gotta bring yourself to actually believe all of the information that you're finding on that. We are super duper confused with our soul's journey in the hands of what? The fucking government. As part of the plan, actually, because religious cannot have their fucking crash and burn into the fucking pain and torture that somehow we all deserve. And I don't understand where that's coming from morally. There's no justification and no Bible verse to justify the moral dilemma that it is that I'm pointing out that I'm trying to explain. Nothing's going. I don't give a fuck about like y'all gotta learn the hard way to do this and that and to live pain, and you don't know real joy unless you go through the pain. So God is going to give you pain. Why is the pain so overwhelming though? How many times do we got to hear about dead kids before we go, yo, bro, we get it? How many times you got to prove this point? It just keeps going. What the manifestation of reality really looks like to me is a bunch of cause and effect, first of all, and it also looks like a bunch of uh, inevitability if you want to have any level of freedom. And it actually takes violence, extreme, unheard of, unspeakable violence, to even claim to have the world under so much control that there is peace. We're going to have to realize that there is no such thing as peace on earth, and it should not be. Who is writing the script of this bullshit that this is the way it's supposed to be according to some emotional a God that is susceptible to flattery on any fucking level, who needs me to complete or do any fucking thing at all for his shit to turn out right, which he said is not going to turn out right. Narrow is the path of the ones who find it, whatever the fuck the Bible shit is saying. And most of y'all are going to fall to to hell, to eternal punishment, or some other deeper level of suffering before you can have an opportunity to beg and grovel, to be relieved of the pain of hell or whatever. I don't give a fuck. As soon as you tell me that there's a punishment for my soul, all of this other Bible verse quoting and stuff that people do is not going to save you from this moral dilemma. Now let me finish this point because this is powerful. This is I want to know if anybody hearing this now during this live or ever in your fucking life, anybody ever comment on this, please tell me. How does it make any sense at all for a God who can do anything, and this is the one time that human existence can have this run on this timeline of existence, this linear timeline, which sounds strange because now it sounds restrictive. That's not God's work. What reality really is, and what y'all try to give God this credit for in most of these holy books, the shit don't match. Your God is limited. One linear timeline sounds, because my imagination and everybody else's imagination with all these movies and all this other stuff, we illustrate with our own human imagination how reality can have multiple dimensions. And I think if we think it, then reality is going to manifest it. Because how is our consciousness going to rise higher than the source of where we came from? That we can think of it, but there's no way, nowhere ever in the history of the fucking universe or existence that what we think cannot actually manifest to be real. Come on, bro. It's bigger than that. The Bible don't talk about none of this. It locks you so far into this narrow linear path through time that it's like, from every angle, it just looks weird. It looks like a box for your mind. It shuts out all of your imagination because you can imagine yourself being in a position of a God to give a better plan. If I want to deliver a soul saving message to humanity, I wouldn't have put it in a fucking book, bro. And then watch it crash and be like, I put that there with what? The expectation that we all find the book, first of all, and we all adhere to the book with our free will because we would just be so enchanted and in tune with the book spiritually that we were all. Is that what he wanted to happen? It didn't happen. Over. Over now. Well, now we're not dealing with a God. He had a fucking intentions with the fucking book, and it didn't work, or it worked according to plan. And what we find ourselves in, hypnosis, into a blood contract, is that we owe something to something that we cannot see. Get the get the. What Bible verse is going to make what I said this untrue because you want to quote something out the Bible? That is not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. I don't get it. I need direct, a moral, personal response to these things first, and then back it up with a Bible verse, and then I'll go, man. You covered everything. What you personally think and feel, and how you want to articulate it, and then you pointed to a Bible, how your heart and your articulation matches so much with the book that it's book. If you can't answer me, and all you do is give me the Bible verse, and I go, I want a total answer from you as a person first, anybody, and then do the other stuff after you felt like you made your point. Then show me the other shit. We got to do that like that because these are serious questions, man. That book doesn't answer. It doesn't answer this stuff. I can't. I should not be able to outthink or outlove this God. I wouldn't have chose a book. Period. Nope. Look at it. It didn't work, and it makes sense to me as a mere human being who ain't even worthy of this life that I have or my afterlife. I should be begging the entire time. Once I find myself in existence, I need to go into an eternal state of begging for mercy for even being here. That doesn't sound like the work of a God. And some people say, "Oh, God is this and that." You ain't gonna do, man. Come on, man. You can't. You can't. What holy book tells you to live your life freely without any moral obligation to do anything except hurt anybody? And you can't do that. Nobody can do that, and that's fucking common sense. It makes sense. If you think you can just hurt people all willy nilly, you know what's going to happen? You're going to inspire good reason for the violence to spread in retaliation or in defense. And now look what you got going on. That's why you're not supposed to start the fight. This is simple, natural shit that we don't need no Bible or no fucking law book to tell us that how this is supposed to work. You're not supposed to do it not because it's just the right thing to do to not hurt people. No, you open up a can of worms when you do that. That can leave you and your potential victim in a perpetual falling state of violence and just total fucking distraction from what it is that you're supposed to be doing is remember that you're a part of something tethered forever to this shit. Wherever your consciousness came from is you're not the source of that, and it came from something. I give you religious people that with the God shit. That's true. Nothing can rise higher than its source. If I have a consciousness, then it came from something because it didn't come from a rock. And whatever the source is had to always have been there because what material is going to be there first and then give rise to a consciousness to observe the material? None of that makes any sense. I used to be an atheist that didn't believe the Bible and other holy books, and I went, "There's nothing there. It's just us." The fuck? And now I'm thinking, "Oh no, 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 not like that, not like that." They shit ain't right. The emotional, personal God that's got feelings that I can relate to because I find, but if I relate to it and exercise those same feelings in my life, somehow I'm morally flawed. But you can't say that about the source. Why? That sounds like fear. You get to just say that about the source if that's what you want to call the source. And you have to. You have to call them everything that we are, period. You have to call the makers of the Sony PlayStation 5. You have to call them every fucking game that'll fucking that'll play through their system, even if they're not the makers of the game. Y'all gave them the format. Y'all gave them the blueprint, the interface or whatever the fuck to say, make your digital games like this and it will be received by this thing. All of you. And then people make all of the fucking video games. What's Sony gonna say? That they got nothing to do with after they have contracted or worked with, collaborate on and share the information to share the interface with all this internet gaming and all this other shit. This takes a deep relationship and cooperation. Sony cannot be completely void of the responsibilities of the content of the video games that actually come through their system. How are they completely devoid of that? You gave them the platform and then wouldn't go. Come on, bro. That's them. It doesn't make any sense. If you find the evil and you find the bad shit, you have to say, whoever gave us this interface, this whatever the fuck reality and consciousness is. Oh, there's one chief, there's one director, there's one writer, one boss. There's a lot of war and conquest and enslavement of indigenous people when trying to spread the word of a monotheistic God to counteract the polytheistic cultures around the world when motherfuckers came over to other motherfuckers' lands and went, this our shit now. And all that weird shit you believe, stop that shit, knock that off. Do this. Here's the Bible, here's my gun. That's what happened. Or here's my sword, that's what happened. We're not gonna let's not play pretend. If we can't keep all of this stuff in focus, you're gonna that's why I tend to be everywhere in my conversation. I know I done tried to make like 2 or 3 points since this live started that I have left behind. It's a complicated situation. All of this shit is super complicated and weird and spooky and beautiful, like consciousness. All of this shit, bro. What the fuck? It's cool. I'm fucking happy to be here, but it's weird. And I think that the most important thing we could possibly be doing is asking ourselves the question about the God thing. Is there a God and what the fuck is it and what should we be doing? And if we honestly just did that instead of dividing ourselves into this tribalistic geographical bullshit, there's obviously some caveman ape like shit. There's some caveman shit. Whatever part of the world you're born in, you can look at the demographics to go, what are the chances that a child born in this part of the world is going to believe in? We'll give you 2 or 3 religious options. What are the chances? The percentage be high as fuck, and it becomes very predictable if you look at certain parts of the world. And of course, there's going to be some nuances, but they still calling this country a Christian nation. Look at it, making its fucking stamp on planet Earth, man. Geographically. How does my spirituality depend so much on geographics that it's up to me to get it right the first time and jump into this blood contract and all this shit? There is no game to be played about who I need to be paying my respects to in the form of a fucking man, in an organization of men. They got blood on their hands and all type of shit when you talk about the Catholic Church and frankly every other one. They're all fucking weird and evil and they use this illusion to fucking dominate over people when you need to expect that humanity will try to dominate itself. and they're going to find very effective tools to do this. If you get in their mind, you can make them fight themselves. This is control. And what happens? The tribalism and the geographical fucking bullshit and the fucking fighting over the wars and whose God is better. And you got too many guys, get rid of them. There's only one God. And if there's only one God, I get to call him by all of this shit that I see, period. And that's just logical, sensible, man to man human shit. Like, do we got to debate that? That's not a debate. There's not a religious debate or a fucking Bible verse to make that untrue. I get to do that. Now let's do that and keep the score. Why won't he fight the devil? Stop playing. He won't. He can because that's not what's going on here. Theoretically, if he did that, he would have to win, and that would end all of the source of the evil. But how would you explain it when the evil will persist? Because the duality and the subjective disposition, what you even call in violence or bad or anything at all of that is so subjective, and all this shit is swirling around in such a mess that religious shit cannot be what it is as far as the linear timeline of beginning in the genesis of any God doing anything to put me here specifically with goals to do what? Crawl my way back to him to beg forever. I don't get, man, no, no, no. Deeper than that. Way better than that. Way better than that. We way better than that. How are we distethered to a consciousness like this and but this is the main objective here to do that? I don't believe it. It doesn't make any sense. And there's not a Bible verse that's going to justify it. It just makes no moral sense. And now you got to tell me morally how that makes any sense to you, and then tell me about the Bible shit. After I know man to man what it is that you're where you're coming from, what you're thinking. Because most of that Bible, a lot of that Bible shit, I won't even say most of it, because a lot of it is dope. There's some truth in there. There's some real stuff in there. You can't be a human being have anything to do with something that has survived this long in humanity. How you gonna do that and be complete bullshit? It wouldn't happen. I think that it's a control mechanism that has tapped into the very nature of the. They have hacked the Matrix. Is what they did. They've discovered what it is that you can do to tap into the programming or the natural inclination of man so that you can hijack it and use its energy. We are the greatest resource in the world is human energy, human innovation. You got to hide the dead. They will. Who wouldn't learn how to hijack that? Now, and you know that that makes sense. In order to rule over the world, to be this influential as a religion and government is, the economic system, all of that shit, as controlling as that is, what you have to realize, whoever could even do that will have to be operating at such a high level of understanding to even pretend to be benevolent in managing humanity, even to pretend to be benevolent. You would still have to give them credit if you trusted and loved them. That in order for them to do that well, they must know the mind and the mannerisms and what's best in the rhythm of human nature, that they can control us in the right now and plan for the future to always be in control. Because government never says by this day we want to be free of doing this, because humanity should be at a certain level of self-governance where we don't need to do all this. There's no more wars to fight and blah blah blah. And they try to front like that's what they was going to do when they created the United Nations and the Council of Foreign Relations. But that was a whole bunch of fuck shit, because, like I was saying earlier, I just remember what I was trying to say about 10 minutes, 5, 10 minutes ago, is that the idea of controlling the world is so serious and so in your face. You have to ask yourself, how likely is it? Then you go, you goddamn right, it has to be likely. You see, you make eye contact with the beast and peeking through the bushes at dusk, and you can hardly see, and you go, what is that? I heard something. Because everybody knows something wrong, right? So you know you heard something in the fucking bushes. Let's stop playing. And then you look, and every now and then you go, because you think you lock eye contact with the beast in the bushes. And you go, there it is. And you can't tell, and you're not sure, and you're too scared to move, but there it is. That's what we are doing. Watching the world when we know something is wrong, and you think you lock eyes with the beast in the fear of the nuclear war. And how convenient that this shit that they stay tethered together. This religion and government bullshit. Look how convenient they are tethered together. The government has to tip us over the fucking edge for the religious people to say this is justifying what the fuck it is that we've been saying. I must be right. That's what they think. Ain't that weird? That they need for government to keep going, because if they did not, it would look very much unlike anything valid can be said about their religion. If you can't understand what the fuck it is that I'm saying, ask me to say it again. This is simple. How is it that I'm looking right at that, and anybody could ever try to justify it at all with a Bible verse or nothing? Because it's not about the Bible verse. It's not about belief or unbelief. It's not about how I was raised, because I was raised Baptist. It's not about my discontent for control, because it's got nothing to do with that. It is honest observation. And the world is lacking that, and that's what the problem is. It's honest observation. If all of this shit came out in peace and it was fucking global peace right now, if all of this scared us so much that we rubber band snap back the opposite direction and we fix this shit ourselves without the Jesus thing happening, without it showing up, without a third world war, with no nuclear conflict whatsoever, and everybody said, fuck that, we almost just fucking killed ourselves. Let me buy you a beer. We are never doing this again. Holy fucking fuck, don't do that. If the world did that without the fucking Jesus thing, they go, but what? They'd be disappointed. Ain't that weird? If there would be no disappointment, tell a Christian to put it in the fucking comments right here and tell me that he would not be disappointed. They'd love for that to happen. They need for this shit to go just like this. And if you don't find that weird, then you're weird. You're weird. Why can't I say this and people go, yeah, I hear you, and I'm not supposed to like that, and I hear what you're saying, and you're not exaggerating. That is what the fuck is happening. Fuck the book. We don't need the book right now. I'm talking to the man. How is this okay? How is this okay? Why is everybody cheering this shit on? Why is everybody so expecting this? And when you talk about predictive program, why is it the predictive program that we can all point out that we see in the music and the movies is bad, 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 but the predictive program in the Bible that aligns with all of this other shit that we know is going according to an agenda. We all know that. So it's like, bro, it's telling you what the fuck is going on, bro. It's all telling you that if your Bible aligns with the music and the movies and the predictive programming, and it's all aligning with this fucking end of times thing, and the government is fucking ramping they bullshit up, and everybody can see this coming, don't understand why they're just so willy nilly going into the fucking forest fire like this, running into the fire with no clothes on, no hose, no nothing. Everybody just running to the fire like it's a fucking party in there, right? Everybody just going. I'm not supposed to like the sight of it. I'm supposed to wish that it stops, and it shouldn't really go this far. And I don't want it to go that far just so it can fulfill some prophecy or to make me justified in all my fucking beliefs that somehow I'm kind of turned on to and liking the fact that all of this is looking like this, because I kind of need this. This is what they said was going to happen, and I'm happy to fucking see it go down. Let's go. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You almost have to feel like this, and if you don't feel like it, then what the fuck is this with the belief? But then you don't feel the way I'm talking, the way I'm describing it. Shit? No, I don't get it. I'm so confused. I'm so confused, bro. I'm confused, man. We're not supposed to like none of this shit, man. It's there's something wrong here, man. There's a marriage between these two that they need each other. Why did this just go right past people? It's hard for me to explain it to people how what it is that I'm saying, and how urgent that I think it is, and how disappointing it is. I don't want it to sound like ego. I don't want it to sound like somehow I'm not recognizing the inevitability or the right for other people to just think and feel how they want to think and feel. I'm not trying to disrespect that, because I know that that's what's going to be. I'm not going to change nobody's mind by what I'm saying. I'm only going to resonate with the people who at least have some level of understanding or agreement with something that I said, that they'll rock with me. That's all I can expect. Is not going to be. I'm not expecting to really change the hearts and the minds of a whole bunch of people, especially when I'm talking about this shit, because people will rock with me about the gun shit and go, I don't like this part. And recently, some guy had said that to me, but he's not the first one. You know how many times this shit has happened where people go, the gun shit, cool. The religious shit, nah. Then some people go, the religious shit, yeah, but the gun shit, nah. So there's going to be that. You can't satisfy everybody, and we're all going to be so diverse and different that I can't expect that every little thing that I do and say that about, life is going to be in total agreement with everybody that rock my shit, and that's okay. Um, But I do mean to say when I say what it is that I say that I can't understand how anybody would a logical, objective mind that can't just talk these things out come to the same conclusion that I came to. Period. I don't know how to explain that. It's weird. It's like if I'm trying to explain it to you how water can be solid, liquid, or gas. It's like there's almost no debate. Well, where's the debate at? That it's not true. Solid, liquid, or gas. Period. Is there a fourth one? I don't know, but those three are true for sure. And when I say that, I don't expect for somebody to be able to debate with me. It's just observation. It's observation. It's not a debatable thing. The problem is that we all are different and diverse, and we all are told to be who we are and walk our own path and all that other shit. And I think sometimes people take that so seriously that they forget that we are um, the dopest computer ever. And you can literally download information from other people's computers. All you gotta do is read a book that a motherfucker wrote, listen to a love song or any type of music or whatever that somebody that made, a film, a painting, a conversation, a relationship, anything at all. You download people's information and make their existence part of yours when you engage like this, and that's fucking dope. There is an acceptance of having your mind change or receiving new information or being educated on something, but people don't like it when it's coming from uh, somebody who they don't think is credible just because, for whatever reason, they don't like the way they look, they don't like the way they talk, um, they don't like how they say it. Um, whatever barriers that people have, biases and whatever barriers that people have where they just can't receive it. Maybe just because it's coming through social media, and they go, just because it's social media, I'm not gonna let you say anything that inspires me to think about nothing. Who the fuck do you think you are, motherfucker? And some people just have that kind of a thing, and that's okay too. That's whatever. But me, I'm nothing like that, bro. If I hear something, I don't give a fuck where it came from. If somebody wrote a clever bit of wise words on a sidewalk with some chalk, and I saw it, if it inspired me, I would never forget it, and I wouldn't give a fuck who put it there or that I let my life be changed by some sidewalk art. I wouldn't care how that sounded to anybody. What it is the information and how I received it and how I plan on applying it if I think that it's applicable to my life. That's it. I don't care where it came from. But see, people go, "Oh, social media," blah, blah, blah. And I'm going, "Man, social media is dope. You just not doing the right shit. Social media is dope. This is the fucking eye of horse. It's the eye, bro. You can see everything with this. And you know what? When you got the power of the fucking internet and anything that can connect itself to the there's a few dark areas. We can talk about North Korea and other places. There's some dark areas, but however dark that is, you can get whatever information that any other human being has. You can fucking get it through the phone. It's the eye, bro. And I like being able to see everything. Period. So all of the dumb shit I expect that I knew that shit was dumb. I'm sometimes surprised at how dumb the world really is. But I don't give a fuck. I like that shit. Show me all of it. I don't give a fuck. People be hating on social media. Why people use social media to do this and that? Because that's what they was gonna damn do. That's what they was gonna do. Get this fucking phone to a bunch of fucking monkeys. What the fuck you think was gonna happen? You thought everybody was as smart as you, huh? Everybody was as classy as you. The fuck out of here. I knew the fucking internet was gonna be ratchet, nasty, fucking yeah, I knew it. I knew it, bro. I expected it and it's okay with me. I don't give a fuck. I like it. I like all the dumb shit, all that shit. Yep. Let it all rock because it's already too late. That's who he is. You mad because you can see it? Man, leave social media alone. Let it be fucking stupid. I don't like the spying. I don't like the control that they can use it for, but that's the double edged sword. And that's why they fucking rock their shit. They fucking will cut you and give you the fucking band aid. Or give you the band aid first and then cut you and go, you know what to do with that band aid. Go ahead, man. You're bleeding now all over my floor. That's what they do to you with the technology and shit. Double edged sword, bro. Jesus fuck. God damn. What a world. This shit is retarded. Shit is retarded, bro. And it's dope as fuck. It's dumb as fuck and it's dope as fuck. I'm just happy to be here, man. Yeah, it's cool. But goddamn, I mean, the religion, man. Look how government needs it so much. Look how religion needs government. You know they need each other. That's got to be explained. And we need to just talk about it like grown people. Why is there a symbiotic relationship between these motherfuckers that are so fucking necessary? And they are completely driving from all angles the entire uh, conscious mind of humanity to drive us to where it is that we're going and to accept it. And the acceptance comes, like I said before, in so many angles. But it's weird how the Bible says, "Oh, this the end times gonna look like this," and then all the music and movies and the books and all this other shit goes, "Hey, blah blah blah, be prepared for this," and then the government goes, "Oh no, we would never do that, boy. You stood in the fucking position to do exactly that. Please don't do that." And then they did that in this country at least for 250 years. But the world is always at war. It's always been at war. It's weird as fuck, bro. It's weird, but what else could you expect, though? This is exactly what you would expect. And it just needs to be a balance. The pendulum needs to fucking swing. The evil is too fucking bad. And what God wrote this shit. What God wrote this shit and went, yep, I like that. I don't need a second draft. Roll camera, lights, three, two, action. Who did that? Who did that? Why the fuck? Who said lights, camera, action on this shit? This the plan? Fuck out of here. I got a better plan, bro. I would have started with Jesus. Boom, I won. See how I won so fast? Start with perfect Jesus. What's the fall for? You gotta have the fall. So you can send in the cut man. Be like, you guys out here getting your ass whooped, huh? Kicks you out the hospital, right? Eating, dope shit. Well, that was my father, and I got some words for y'all. I'm gonna kick it for about 32, 33 years, and then I'm out of here. Come on, man. The son of God couldn't live to be 40, 50. Come on, he died like everybody else back then. Through barbaric means or from weak ass illnesses, and he claimed to fucking heal everybody. But how far did he go around the world? The most of the world that I can think of that God or Jesus supposedly saw of the world is when Satan took him up to some mountaintop or whatever, or some people did something, took him up some fucking where and showed him the whole world and tried to bribe him with it. How much sense does this make? This is father's place. Can you imagine me being in my father's house and some nigga inside walk me outside and give me a tour around the place and say, this could be yours, man. Work with me. Fuck with me. I'm like, what are you talking about? This my daddy shit. Who the fuck is you, nigga? Hey, dad, come get this nigga. Like, are you crazy? God was tempted by the devil? What the fucking fuck is going on? Stop it. Can't cherry pick things out of the Bible and say, this is the Bible. No, the Bible is a whole fucking story. Did that happen or not? If that happened, then I need some explanation. There's a whole bunch of weird shit in the Bible. I need some explanation, bro. What does that mean? Look at a map and tell me where Jesus was on a map. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy, Bamboo. Yeah, it's ironic that you got to come to the internet to get the real truth because what's crazy is that they gonna pour in all of the perspectives that they want us to have, all of the news and shit that they want us to have. They gonna pour that in and try to and try to douse you with like a bucket of fucking cold water on a hot summer day. They want to do you like that with the shock of all the bullshit, the fear, the contrived news. You know how that go with that Demetria shit. It's all fucking bullshit. Total mind control. You know they want to control the world. There's no way for them to do that successfully unless they completely dominate the entire human psyche. And we've already got to give them credit, even if they have benevolent reasons to be in control, for us to at least say, you guys must know the inner workings of the human consciousness and the human experience for you to be the one to fucking guide us, for us to trust you. To you in the driver's seat? What the fuck we need a driver for? Where are we going? And we trust them like that, trust enough to know that if for benevolent reasons, if we give them that credit, you got to give them the credit and then consider malicious intent could be a possible motive, and then be forever diligent in saying if it ever looks like it, even a little bit, I don't trust you motherfuckers because I know what position you have right now, and you got a long history of fucking it up. I don't know why I would ever trust you now because you are the ones in position to do what? Fulfill the fucking prophecy, and that's weird that you watch them do it. All of this shit is whack to me. This shit is whack. It's a fucking head game. The Bible and your fucking American flag and the fucking bombs bursting and all that shit. Come on, bro. It's all doing one thing. It's all pointing to one thing. When they all stand in agreement, the entertainment, the bullshit fucking rig sports, The contrived news, the global war, the World Economic Forum, the fucking bullying about the medical information, uh, personal history, and trying to force jabs. I got some shots for y'all ass. I'm not taking a jab. I will administer shots though, but I'm not taking no jab. Fuck out of here, bro, with that shit. But look at all of this shit, bro. Look at it all. Where's it coming from? For what? Who's okay with it? Who said that I knew this was going to happen? This is my God working. What God uses this when he could have did anything, but this is the one linear timeline that humanity is going to be in. All of this bullshit, it seems limited, and it's a fucked up version of what could have been when he could have did anything. What sense does it make that he made Adam out of mud or whatever, a cloud of blood, whatever the fuck the Quran or whoever? I don't know who. I don't give a fuck. It all sounds hokey pokey to me. But whoever said where Adam come from, that he needed a rib to do Eve, don't get out of here. But then he need to impregnate a underage girl who we would not rock with the idea of any of that today. He had to do that to get Jesus here. Though, what is going on? What? It needs to make moral sense. This can't be the moral high point of human existence, and then I find moral flaws in it that I could not be so susceptible to flattery that I completely hinged all of my relationships in my life on that and almost nothing else. If I walked around like God of the Bible with all the wrath and the jealousy and with all of it, excluding no thing, do you understand? If I did that, you would look at me like, who the? I wouldn't last long. Boy, I'd be in jail and all type of shit. You go to jail, lose your life that day. That's a crash out. Wake up and think that you're going to act like God of the Bible and you're going to crash out. You're going to die that day. Somebody's going to kill you, bro. You have to be wild to do that. But this is the moral high point of human existence. It's to bind myself to the book as if my soul has not written inside of itself what the fuck the truth is. And when I do that, I know that the justification of slavery found in the Bible is something that I need not attach my spirituality to. For real? What? Nah. No. It sounds like a moral contradiction, bro. And no Bible verse is going to change that. And I don't know how that's even debatable what the hell it is I just said. I don't get it. I don't get how I'm supposed to see that and then go, but let me give it more of a chance. It's a red flag, bro. Why am I supposed to rock with that? On a moral disposition, why am I supposed to believe that the greatest salvation that I could have for anybody who believes in Jesus or anything that's even remotely close to what it is that I'm about to say? But how is it that I'm supposed to have this overwhelmingly soul capturing honor and gratefulness for the only innocent man that have ever walked the earth to have been murdered as if he was just as evil as the most evil person who could have deserved to have been put to death. He got treated like that, but he did absolutely nothing wrong, first of all. Secondly, first of all, he's the son of God. Okay, this is what you do to the son of God? Whatever. I don't know why that's part of the plan. Weird. 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 This is the plan. Look how violence is so inherent to the plan. This is almost undebatable. This is what the Bible is about. This is where the salvation came from. There's the fall of man, and then there was the fucking redemption. When is that not a part of the Bible? When is that not it? When does that got nothing to do with that? How am I misunderstanding that? What were you questioning me about, Gwen? I'm so confused, Gwen. I know you commented an audio book. Uh, I think on another post too. I seen that. I was gonna check that out. I am 42. When did I say I wasn't 42? So you ain't 42. You were lying. When did I say I was anything other than 42? Especially in this live stream. When did I say that? I'm 42. Born December 6th, 1980. Southside Chicago, Michael Reese Hospital. What is it that I was even saying before that? Oh yeah, bamboo got a wrench. That's my guy. I'm bad at passing out wrenches or even paying attention to any of that type of shit. Jason D been rocking with me for a minute. He don't even got a wrench. I ain't never paid no attention to it. Never even crossed my mind because I'm bad at the social media thing like that. I'm surprised Rick James got one. You should have been had one. Um, and if you wanted a wrench, Gwen, you could have asked me for it. That's the kind of stuff you got to point out to me because I won't not get somebody a wrench out of consciously making the decision not to. You said you gonna live until you in your 30s. I said that. I must have been hypothetically talking from the perspective of somebody else when I was trying to make a point about something. I never said I was gonna live until my 30s. I am 42 years old. I got a 19-year-old son born on my birthday. I told that story before. All my kids' birthdays are weird as hell. They're all weird as hell. They were just all born on weird dates, and it's crazy. Like the gematria numbers between like me and my kids, and you count the number of days or whatever in between it is weird as fuck. Yeah, I am happy 42. Graduated high school in 1999, Freeport, Illinois. Freeport High School. Graduated in 1999. But yo man, they beating the war drum like crazy, ain't they? Ain't they beating the war drum like crazy? They want this shit to go. That shit weird, bro. That's weird. I want the shit to stop. I would love it if motherfuckers woke up tomorrow and everybody was just like, we're not doing none of this shit. How would that make the Christians feel though? I want to know. I want a Christian to answer me and not with a Bible verse. I want them to answer me. How would they feel if everything they thought was being fulfilled in prophecy? Um, what if it was all halted and none of it happened because the world came to a state of peace without the war or without any sighting of a Jesus? Let's say it all came to peace and nobody stood up and like, I'm the second coming of Jesus, and I did that. What if the world came to peace and none of that happened? No Jesus stood up to claim responsibility of it. They wouldn't like that. It'd be weird. It'd make them question all they shit. But they not questioning when the Bible has a copyright on it. Somebody is responsible for making sure that Bibles are being printed in mass still and distributed. No one's doing that for free. Are they printing Bibles all around the world for free? Somebody's making money on it and that's shady, or nobody's making any money on it and that's shady. Who would be doing all of that being like, no, I'm being paid in the fact that it's happening. I don't need no money. Who doing that on their own dime and not making no money from the Bible? Pick whatever side you want. It all sounds dumb. It's going to tell you something about what's going on here. It's little shit like that you can't quote nothing in no Bible to tell me shit about nothing. This observable observation from the outside is telling to me. I'm looking inside your little box like, bro, that look crazy in there. I'm glad I'm out here because I know the consciousness is too powerful for this to be the punchline. The Bible shit is the punchline. Nope, no it ain't. I don't give a fuck what truth you find in there about all of these other little things that I can look and go, oh, that part seems to be suspiciously true. Or that part seems to be kind of, yeah. But all of that shit ain't even, the Bible ain't the only source for most of the shit that you can find objectively true about the Bible. Well, you're not the only source. Y'all jacking all types of shit from Africa with a lot of shit that y'all talking about. And other cultures. Y'all is swagger jacking a lot of motherfuckers actually to get that book, bro. And where did it come from? We got to consider the source, man. Who wrote the book, man? What, 40 dudes? Took like what, 100 years to write it? Or is it the other way around? 100 dudes and 40 years after Jesus was born? Man, look, my own mother couldn't tell my life story right. She had missed a whole bunch of shit, a whole lot of shit she don't know about me, a whole lot of conversations that we didn't have that will be enlightening to her, to know how I think and feel about different topics or whatever. Like, and this is my own mother. She would have to be walking next to me every day of my motherfucking life to say I know my son well, and that's my mother. You see what I'm saying? You telling me way after Jesus was born, all of a sudden, I mean, died, all of a sudden shit happened? Come on, man. Why would there be this gap if that could be any possibility at all that the message will be uh, fudged, smudged, fucked up? It's gonna skip a beat to leave this gap. And when he was in, what did Jesus write? Did Jesus write any of the? But why he ain't write it? Why he ain't build no schools? Look at a map and show me where all Jesus went on this fucking map in his 30 what 3 years of life. Where did he go to do his shit? He didn't live that long. He didn't go too far from home. Let's be real. Where else did he go? Am I missing something in the Bible that he went that he touched all the fucking dirt of the earth with his works? If I can imagine a better soul saving message, the delivery of and the execution of a plan to to be the beacon of life for humanity, to forever remind them of a spiritual obligation that they have to reconnect with my Father, our Father, and to become one with Him in the holiest of ways, spiritually, to embrace your life and to even further embrace your death, because that is a transitioning back into the hands of your God. If all of this shit is that special, right? Why is the plan to do that? Number one, something that I can outsmart easily. Number two, it actually didn't work because look at the fucking world. If you had to grade the fucking world on a fucking high school fucking A to F grading scale on what the standard was and how we're doing, we fucked it up. So how good was the attempt to deliver the message and we didn't receive it? The fuck out of here. Something went wrong. And I can outthink it all the time. Easily outthink it. It's too easy actually. I gave an example earlier in another live stream about if you live 90 years, but you know you sleep or supposed to sleep 8 hours of the day. That's a third of your day. So a third of your life you're sleeping. In a 90-year life, you will sleep. Uh, in the 90-year life, you will sleep 30 years. That's a third of it. 60 of them you will be awake, but 30 of them you'll be sleep as fuck. 30 years of your life sleeping. Wouldn't it be something if God Himself gave His sermon, taught His life lessons, and took our souls on journeys that were so objectively obvious to us in our dreams in that sleep time that we would consider dreams spiritual training and not on this loose psychological analysis of the brain functions and where the brains light up and what in dream interpretation. I'm talking about way deeper than that. I'm talking about waking life, conscious, lucid dreaming of learning life lessons and building a relationship with God when you're sleeping. Then you awake and He goes, apply it or not. Up to you. I'll see you for tomorrow's training. We're gonna talk about this or that since you fucking this up in your life. And you just go to sleep and you just meet with God Himself, and it's like the cut man or your trainer in the corner of the boxing ring. You do your round and then you come check in. I'm telling you, this is the undebatable shit that the Bible not gonna squash. It's a better plan to do that. Period. We talking about a God that created the consciousness couldn't outthink this. If I can outthink and I did not outthink a God. So don't be offended if you feel like right now what I'm saying is that I'm smarter than God. I didn't say that. And sometimes people take that shit like that. It's like, hey, come on, bro. Don't do that because that's not what the fuck I said. What I'm saying is if I outsmarted, it was never the work of a God in the first place. The God would have to be smarter than that. I'm not outsmarting, but I think that I just fucking did. If 30 years in a 90-year life, your ass is sleeping and it can be related to your spiritual growth at all, or you got to do some weird dream interpretation and you hardly even lucid through any of your fucking dreams. You got to practice to even do that or get lucky if you find yourself in it. All of that is weird and it seems like a waste of time. It seems like a bunch of uh if you painting a masterpiece and then you take a break to double fisted big ass kindergarten crayon fucking scribble blindingly on a fucking piece of paper, then you go back to technically drawing this fucking masterpiece. You were like, what the fuck was you doing that for? Get back to the masterpiece. You took a break to do that? What's that green and orange shit in your teeth? Are you eating the crayons? This is what your dreams are. If the Bible or no other holy book can directly relate it to my spiritual journey, with some tenacity too. I'm talking about a thorough. Mm, don't leave your dreams out of your spirituality because they mean something and it's clear. But a guy could have jumped in and intervened in this fucking downtime, and that's just a doper plan to me. And I'm not out thinking the God, man. I'm out thinking the people who wrote that fucking book. They didn't cover it because they weren't thinking like this because they didn't give a fuck. They needed you to be fearful of death so that they can then wrangle your ass into control with the fucking holy books, bruh. And then they went, man, put this government glove on and start smacking these bitches because there's too many of them and they're getting crazy and we want all the powers. This is what they did. And now for religious, spiritual reasons like the fucking Georgia Guidestones and all the spirituality plus government bullshit that they talking about Mother Earth and blah, blah, blah. They is telling you from every fucking angle that they are forever entangled in this holy matrimony with total intentions to dominate the world with it. There is no domination of the world where religion is going to share part of it and government is going to share the other. There's going to be a ruling fucking force. Look at them working hand in hand so they can rule it together. They are not telling the other, fuck you, motherfucker. This is my shit. Religion not saying that to government and government not saying that to them. This is undebatable shit. I don't know what the, oh my God. This is wild. This is like unbelievable to me. This is a marvelous show, a shit show. This is just amazing, man. And all I can really see in all of this is total distraction, because it would make more sense if we did things like uh, super duper huge groups of meditation. Who wants to fucking meditate when we worry about North Korea, China, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine? What? Who wants to meditate? Who wants to meditate? Y'all got me in warrior mode. Actually, frankly, I don't give a fuck about no meditation. It's rough for me to care. It might be helpful to me. It's when I'm peace and quiet, chilling in my own head to myself. I'm thinking about what guns to buy and what I want to do with my shit. What upgrades I want to make. That's a damn shame. Because I know in my heart I would much rather be meditating. But we don't do none of that. They got us in fight mode. Fight or flight, they fucking with the human psyche, bro, when they do this shit. Who's fucking with it the most? Look at this, man. They supposed to be it's so wise to be in charge like this. They are the main source of all of our social hysteria about the fucking bombs. Where is there any room for any respect or love? Are you out of your mind? No, I don't love or respect none of that shit, bruh. Anybody or anything who thinks that this should be happening, they want it to happen, they need it to happen, or they're going to make it happen, fuck out of here. And I think Jesus would say, get the fuck out of here, don't do this. You think Jesus will be right here like, no, come on. This and direct the traffic of the fucking tanks coming? No. I couldn't imagine Jesus that y'all love so fucking much standing right here being like, nah, run that. Go ahead. I insist. That's why morally I can't get down because I don't know where the argument is for the shit that I'm talking about. You're only going to justify by trying to say that this was supposed to happen about a book that I just chose to believe in, and none of the other stuff is going to matter. And that's weird to me. That's not how you do that. That's not how I'm going to do that. Nope, won't do it. I can't recognize this shit and then move forward. Like, man, I just gotta have faith that it's gonna be okay. It almost feels like a cop out to me. I know it's not gonna be okay, and I'm not gonna pretend to it. Anybody who's gonna make it not okay, it's not okay with me. Who likes this shit? Who wants it to happen? Who needs it to happen? This is strange. This is not even this easy work to me. That's light work. There's no way to get out of that morally. I just win. Period. Can't justify it. But here they go. Skip to my loo across planet Earth. Fucking this motherfucker up, bruh. They is wrecking this shit, man. Who wrecks it like them? No one. If it was up to me, could I or would I wreck it like this? Nope. Who's cheering for it? Says that it's supposed to happen. Putting their hands in to make sure it's happening. Kicking shit right over the edge. Knock that over. Knock that shit over. Kick that shit down. Who doing that right now? Somebody with the power and influence to do it, and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers that say it needs to happen because this is going to fulfill the prophecy. Can we stop the what white boys say? What stop the malarkey? Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. I don't Stop playing. I put it like that. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. We're not supposed to like none of this shit. It's not supposed. It shouldn't be happening. Just strange, yo. I don't know what y'all got going on in the comments. I was trying to read some of the shit to get back, and then I couldn't tell if motherfuckers was debating or not, or what the fuck is going on. Let's see, my brother. I hear you. I'm going elk hunting. Just got a new 300 win back. Yeah. You know, broken. We need to self sustain. Yeah, yeah, man, and that's crazy, man. Like in the idea, in the idea of what up, Rick James? Thanks, man. Yeah, and hey, man, going hunting, that's cool, man. You know what? I used to be so non-violent that I got asked to go on a hunting trip. This is after I was already buying guns. I got asked to go on a hunting trip, and I was like, nah, man, I don't want to shoot no animals, bro. I don't want to shoot shit. But now I be feeling like if I don't know how to shoot some shit and clean some meat and store some shit, I am lacking in the natural ability that other men have that I couldn't use to sustain life for my family, and that makes me feel like less of a man to not know how to do that stuff. I changed my whole perspective, bro. I'll smoke baby ass. Fuck out of here. I'll smoke Bambi, Bullwinkle, all they asses. I don't give a fuck. My kids hungry. We shoot rabbits and all. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But I used to not really. I couldn't imagine shooting no deer. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that, bro? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't need to do that shit. But man, wild shit, man. The world is crazy, bro. If I was king of the motherfucking earth, I'd tell everybody put their guns down, and whoever start the fight will be overwhelmingly fucked the fuck up. Whoever swing first is gonna be overwhelmingly fucked the fuck up, and that's just gonna be a general rule around planet Earth. And whoever stands up above everybody else to claim that they finna fucking rule over and do, then everybody go rush to him and stomp him the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Don't even talk like that, bro. As soon as anybody say, well, I think we're gonna stand up taller, and me and my guys say, yeah, war. Anybody who do that shit, smoke their ass. Nah, you don't stand up above nobody. Nobody stand up above nobody. That's the rule, including me. Show me somebody who I'm trying to boss around or extort or anything like that. You're supposed to get me the fuck out the way. You're supposed to let nobody do it, period. That's a sentiment that I don't understand how anybody can argue with. So as soon as you begin to support government, the only way you can even support government rationally, to me, is to just admit that are the only ones to save us from the bullshit that they started, and because of that, they let the military and the government be what they is until they can retract us far enough out of their bullshit that we can start diminishing what the fuck it is that they can do to get us back to the bullshit. That's what we need to do. A ceasefire, everybody chill out, and then start pulling away all of this shit. And be like, man, get the fuck out of the way. Anytime we let y'all come in here and do this shit, y'all go crazy, crazy. Don't nobody. We got nothing to lose. If y'all even on the verge of killing a great majority or even a big chunk, half, a third. I don't give a fuck what y'all think could potentially happen in a third world conflict. But whatever that number is, I would much rather that number come to us because everybody stood up and tried to fight them and lost than to be like, all y'all died because y'all just under the fucking bombs. It ain't had nothing to do with y'all. Y'all was begging, crying for them not to do this the whole time. And then look what happened. It just happened. There y'all go. All into the fucking dirt with y'all. How many of y'all? Millions of y'all? Damn, this crazy. Billions of people possibly? How bad is this gonna get? Man, fuck that. Let billions of people die telling them, man, y'all get the fuck out of here. Now kill the billions. Kill a billion people fighting you then. Get the fuck out of here. That's a way better fucking billion people dead from trying to fucking stop them instead of being like, man, we just begged for fucking mercy until there was no more mercy, until there was no mercy to be had, until they just started bombing shit, and then we were just all fucking dead like that. Man, get the look, man, that's crazy. Anything that can stand up like that, to have the ability to do that, should have scared y'all a long time ago for y'all not to let them do that shit. Period. And people try to stand up to stop it and say something or point it out or whatever. Man, don't never work because too many of y'all already too fucking scared of basic shit, basic understanding, honest observation, being true to your heart. That when a road rage incident or a misunderstanding or even fighting over a woman, all these other things can bring the fucking beast out of you where you thinking you're going to react to the tune of your manhood to protect what it is that's honorable that you're trying to protect or stand up for. And if it gets you killed, it might not even cross your mind. You just going, and if you die, so what? Like that kind of fucking testosterone driven energy. It's everywhere else except for looking at government and other things being like, man, we will fuck y'all up. What the fuck is y'all talking about? How y'all get here? Man, niggas that crash out of everything. You think we don't see y'all? We will fuck y'all up. What the fuck is wrong with that? By telling them if we have to worry about a nuclear conflict, they can just get fucked up about it. The fuck is going on? Quinn, how you in there twice? You got like a phone and a computer? That's dope. That's dope. She in here twice for real. That's crazy. Shit is weird, bro. The whole fucking world is weird, man. It's hard for me to say that most of the world is like stupid because I don't believe that's what that is. I think just like geographically, religious influence can play a big role on somebody's life. I think geographically, and of course, like other environmental elements to it all. Like, I mean, humanity is just going to be so diverse that the expectation that we could all ever get on one page is just ridiculous. I don't think that could ever happen, or would ever happen, or should. I don't even know if it should. Or that'd be weird if we all actually agreed on something. But it would be nice if we did on some concrete things. Um, the mass group meditation, like I was talking about earlier. Something else that would be cool is if we actually practiced um, some healthy fasting from electronic stuff, and not just phones and other forms of communication, shit like that. That's not the only thing we need to be thinking about. And it's easy for people to harp on the effects on the human experience that these things are having, but you only hear about it when you use the things that they're talking about, and that's ironic that you hear about how bad the internet is on the internet, um, and then you continue to go there. Oh, it's weird. People try to take hiatus from different social media outlets, but then they just get on other ones, or they just watch through the blinds like creeps, and they're not off social media. They're just not interacting. They went ghost mode, stop playing, like all that type of shit happened. Man, all of that is whatever. But we do need to take breaks from all this shit and not just this type of stuff. I think we should do it with electricity too. There should be scheduled blackouts. Rick James, thanks for reminding me another thing. But we should have scheduled blackouts in metropolitan areas where they say, okay, this well once a month on this, for like maybe like 4 hours. Um, they say there'll be no electricity. Um, and maybe for emergency things, we can find the infrastructure or different methods to be like, well, if you need it for like life saving, like life preserving shit, like you can have your electricity do that. But we should have planned outages where we go, no electricity. Get your bitch ass outside and look at the sky and ask yourself what the fuck that is. How's that? Go learn something. Go look at the sky right now. You might as well. We turning the power off. So deal with it. Get your ass outside for 4 hours. We'll turn it back on before sunrise. But we're gonna do this and say, look upward. You fucking banana back, phone watching motherfuckers. Look up for a change. Stretch your fucking back out and look that way. What is that shit? Do that. Why not do that? Y'all, because they don't care about fucking nurturing healthy shit like that, bruh. They give you that surface level bullshit, bruh. All this fucking healthy food. My kids like my youngest son. He 2.5. He like this little healthy like natural fruit roll up thing, and it's. I think it tastes fucking horrible. The consistency is nasty, and it tastes straight up like actual strawberry because it's more bitter than sweet, and it's got the little strawberry seed type things going on in it, and it's just a super organic little snack. We try giving it to him, and to the kids to see if what they'll latch on to. And my son likes this shit, but I think they're fucking gross. But what's cool is that he did like it. It's not like he hasn't had other candy, ice cream, and shit like that. But even in the face of all of that, he liked this healthy, nasty ass, natural tasting fruit roll up. Yeah, don't call you Dick. Hey, when guys named Richard introduce themselves as Dick, I'm like, you are a dick. You're a fucking weirdo. You don't need to do that, and you know it. Who said that? That's how you short the name Richard. Rick don't doesn't suffice. That's not enough for y'all. Who get the dick? Where the dick come from? Where, bro? But my son likes this little natural, healthy fruit roll up thing, right? So that's cool, but they're expensive though. Who drinking tap water? Don't do that. I wouldn't drink the tap water. Tap water is crap water. My son likes this little fruit roll up thing. They're expensive though, and I think that's bullshit. If these places really cared about health, somebody, where the fuck is Jesus when you need him? How come Jesus don't got a health food store down here on the corner to be like, yo, I make this healthy food out of simple dirt and grass. You bring it in and out. Do my magic shit, turning it to the healthiest food to preserve your life and your organs functions and all of that shit. And it's free. Ain't no Jesus out here doing that shit. I find that shit suspicious because he couldn't do anything and he ain't doing none of that shit. He ain't got to follow what you think is logical. He can break all the rules and make the rules. Why ain't all this helpful shit happening? Ain't no miracles happening right now or nothing with these phones out here. All that, get the fuck out of here. But uh, if they really cared about health, this healthy food, especially the snacks and stuff for the kids, the little healthy snacks and the little to go little, you know what I'm saying, little shit, it should be super healthy and it should be super cheap. So by default, all these broke ass people be like, man, we get broke and we short on cash. We default to eating healthy. That's a default. And then they'll just make money on the mass producing and cranking the fuck out of their sales on this shit instead of being like, how about we sell only exclusively to people who can afford to pay $4 for a little strawberry fruit roll up, natural fruit roll up. Come on, man. Why y'all doing that, bro? That's way too expensive, man. Y'all is tweaking, bro. That shit dumb. That's a capitalistic fucking conquest, and capitalism is whatever. And okay, yeah, it's fair. Yeah, okay, it's fair. What people should do if they don't like that shit, not buy that shit, and then that's how you teach them a lesson through the game of capitalism. Yeah, okay, cool. But it's still sad that this is where people choose to go. That they choose the capitalism to do that over being like, we're going to be a company that's going to knock your socks off. We're going to make very little money. We're not going to be filthy, fucking rich off this business. We're just going to live comfortably and easily and not have to worry about anything. There's never going to be a struggle. We just want to do that because what we want to do is to provide the healthiest snacks that are such a cheap price that you will default to do this because it's cheaper than a bag of Cheetos for your child. If they're not doing that, then there's something wrong. Period. I can't rock with them. It's never going to make that make sense to me. I think it's fucking dumb, and it really says something sad about the human behavior and consciousness, man. The human experience. The shit is flawed as fuck, bro. If I was Jesus, I'd have left this motherfucker too and never came back. Fuck y'all. Y'all are weird as fuck. Y'all dumb as the motherfuckers is crazy. And it don't really be dumb. It's just, you just got put together in your little fucking stew of DNA and environmental experiences. It just brought you to a level of comprehension, intelligence, and understanding of certain things that I think is kind of holding you back from your potential. I'll say that instead of calling y'all stupid or dumb. I'll just say it like that. Your shit didn't mix well. It caused you to block yourself from your potential because there's some other things you should be seeing, adhering to, applying to your life. Then I think it's just an overall better way to be very respectful to your life and to be diligent on standing on principle to say that no one gets past me with this bullshit. Period. You want to honor the Constitution for real. Don't forget the foreign or domestic part. If you're not going to pay attention to that part and hold it just as high as the foreign part, I'm going to doubt your commitment or understanding or true honor and respect for this so-called Constitution. If you don't see that part and go, yeah, that part too. Fuck is you talking about? Magazine it. Nobody fuck with this shit. Not even us. Nobody. If you don't get that kind of energy in your patriotism, and whatever the government and the police do is just okay with you, because praise them like they're your god, man. Get the fuck out of my life with that shit. Sounds dumb to me. I can't really honor when you say that this is how a man is supposed to act. Because a man is supposed to look at your own fucking country and go, you the one fucking with this shit? Oh, I got no qualms fucking you up. We said nobody. The fuck you thought this was? You thought you was going to come in here and get a pass because it's you? Nobody, bro. And we knew you was coming. They told us you might do this. And now we looking at you doing this. We'll do this to you. Fuck is you talking about? Like if niggas don't get that kind of energy, you're not a patriot. You're a puppet ass hypnotized clown that they will march right off into the fucking slaughter. And you will happily go. They give you the fucking balloons and the cotton candy and the fucking funny horn. And you will walk your ass right the fuck off into the fucking burning building. God bless America. Fuck out of my life with that shit. All this shit is dumb. The shit is on fire and everybody trying to act like it's okay or it's going to be okay and it's not though. Ask a Christian if it's going to be okay. He gonna tell you it's not with a smile on his face because he needs this shit to happen. He's happy to be here so he can watch it happen. He thinks it's going to be favored. Look at the fucking tribalism and all of this magnificent creation of consciousness and whatever the fuck this is, which I do believe is a simulation that actually got hacked by the government because they know the fucking human psyche enough to go, man, do it like this, tweak it like this, and look at this motherfucker. You come alive, fucking Frankenstein. Fuck out of here. And they got you. Fuck out of here, bro. You let them do that shit. They looking right in your face doing it. And you won't fucking do nothing. And you can recognize for doing it. You even fucking do your face like, when you hear bad news, sleazy politician, everybody know what the fuck that sound like. If you say it in America, everybody go, yeah, oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Everybody does it. And don't nobody go. It's too many of them in there. We're not supposed to let them rock just because they found their way into that shit. We'll fuck them up out here about that shit. There's nobody, bro. Nobody. We don't, man, you crazy. This is the only way they could do it because anybody from the outside looking right at us, we fight them head up. They'll get their ass beat the fuck up out here as a nation. Who the fuck gonna, you got to do some sneaky shit. It's better to work from the inside for damn sure. You had to get somewhere where we not going to see you. That's how you take down America. And even with the potential of that being a possibility, you have to tell yourself that you're aware enough to make a logical connection between the idea that America is a powerful nation and that something like breaking it down from the inside of some shit that we've seen other countries having that shit happen to them before, and it would be a suitable disposition for an opposing agent to have if they thought that they was gonna get America subdued. And you know how they did that? Step number one. Well, first they come over here and establish the shit. That's government energy to establish the shit to come over here and kill people, enslave people, and all this other shit. That's government work. That's what they later called themselves in establishing the 13 colonies and all this other shit. Let's stop playing. Who did that? Two different groups? No, it's the same motherfucker that did the murdering, did the establishment of the fucking 13 colonies to fucking propel the plane to fucking move west, manifest destination, manifest destiny and all this other shit. Let's stop to tell the whole story. Tell the whole fucking story. Damn. This is what happened. And then they put that fucking Federal Reserve shit over, blanket over the whole fucking country with go to sleep. American dream my ass. You damn right. You sleepy motherfuckers. Go to fuck to sleep. That's what they did. Damn. Then why y'all just letting them go? Damn. It's too true and too easy to see for y'all to still be Go vote. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I like Biden or I don't like Biden. But did you do that shit? And I go, you fucking jackass. Y'all some fucking weirdos. But it's things like the Milgram experiment, for example, that are fucking testimony to how programmable the human consciousness really is. The Milgram experiment. They had these fucking college kids or whoever do this experiment where someone played prison guards and the other one played inmates. They had to end the fucking experiment early because motherfuckers was bugging. They lost themselves in these roles. The authority fucking roles got very aggressive and violent. And the prison and the guys playing the inmate roles were becoming emotionally distraught, completely lost in the fray, allowing themselves to express themselves as being in a great state of discontent and distress about the situation, but wouldn't call it off themselves. They played the role. Weird. Nobody went, I'm the fuck out of here. Is y'all crazy? They had to pull the plug early because you give humanity this framework and they will just play the role. And that's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing when y'all show up to a fucking court when you are being asked to get involved with court proceedings and you don't realize that it's an invitation. It's not a demand. They are inviting you into it, hoping that the hypnosis will work. And if the hypnosis will work without you fighting, then they go, look at that. We ain't had to fight shit. They brought themselves here to be subdued by this shit. That's crazy. When me and my cousin, RPM Javier Gabos, RPM Gabos on Instagram, hit my cousin page and follow his shit. Um, RPM Gabos. Um, when me and him were in Dubuque, Iowa, and we got ID'd, well, tried to, a cop requested ID from us. I didn't tell him our names or nothing. I didn't explain what it was that we was doing or nothing. I just told him, no, we not. I'm not IDing shit. Who is you though? Made him identify himself as far as you would. I get his name and badge number. He has no idea what my name is. They tell him my name no nothing, and we walked away from them peacefully. And then people go, "Oh man, that cop handled it the right way. That's a good cop. He handled it the right way." No, you jackass. You know what he actually did? He took a chance that his authority would make me do something that I don't have to do because he thought that he was going to trick me. When he realized that he couldn't trick me, he said, damn, I can't trick him. But he approached me hoping that out of fear, I would give in to something that I don't have to give into even according to his own rules. He hoped that the fear would work. And that's what government does to you on a mass scale. If the fear won't work, then they will go to the shit. But if they can get you to me, myself, and Irene, fight your damn self, they will do that and then pick the pieces up and call themselves your fucking savior by bringing in the fucking cocaine and then blaming everybody who they catch in the rat race with the fucking cocaine. Get the fuck out of my fucking life and y'all let them rock that shit. Well known information. Nobody says, man, they gotta get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck is that? The fuck out of here. You just hide behind, man. You gotta go, bruh. Where did anybody make a valiant attempt to be like, call them out, tell them to go here so we can cancel their payments? We got stamps ready. Cancel, 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 cancel. Fired, fired, fired. All of y'all are fired. I would have two hands with canceled and fired in fucking stamps, and I'd be stamping all of their papers. You are fucking disrespectfully, dishonorably discharged of your duties. Get the fuck out of here. And nobody did that. You know why? Because they got you by the fucking balls, bro, with this government in this Christian nation. Get, man, okay, okay, okay. Play games. Play games. They're never going to get you anywhere. They're husband and wife. They got to work together. All of their Bibles and all of their fucking um government official papers and their fucking stamps of approval and their fucking Gregorian calendar and their gematria and all of their fucking shit is surrounding you like a gangbang. You are getting fucked, you jackass. Stop playing. Y'all are tweaking, bruh, with the gov love. I'm tired of it. The fuck is wrong with y'all, bruh? Why is this? Why is it okay with y'all that you would die even in the awareness at all about the shit? You just lay down and die. This shit is weird. And I'm not calling for no action. I'm telling you that I'm surprised when I see all this tough guy bullshit going on all over the fucking world. That I don't see no tough guy shit about the other shit that I'm thinking. Man, if this was a Quentin Tarantino movie, niggas would have been shooting by now. This shit looks stupid as fuck. This would be a boring movie. You would not expect this in the movie. That the bad guy comes in to fucking conquer Earth and then they conquer and then it's over. You'd be like, that was a fucking sad story. Where was the fucking hero? The fuck? We came here to watch the what the fuck? It wouldn't make a good movie like that. It'd make a better movie if the hero stood up and started slaying shit. I'm surprised. Y'all talk all tough about this constitution, enemies foreign and domestic, and y'all see the potential for a domestic enemy. Y'all talk about rigged elections and all this other shit and bad politicians and how the news outlets seem to be politically biased like this. And then when I say, because they working together and they need it to be like this, and there's Jamachi all over the place, and it's meant to make you fucking feel like they're never going to beat them out of it. You think they're going to quit themselves out of fucking moral obligation to you to fucking tap out when you point them out? Don't none of that shit matter. Because the whole time they thinking, fuck you gonna do about it. That's what they think. You can catch them right here. They're like, man, fuck out there. Fuck you gonna do about it. Motherfuckers will look at you like, you want me to fucking come clean with you? My hands are tied. I made a fucking oath and a fucking sacrifice. It was a chicken fucking 2 years ago. They stepped me up, bro. I gotta do all this crazy shit. I can't fucking talk to you. Don't talk to my soul, bro. La 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 la. You can't even talk to these motherfuckers on the street, these news anchors and all these other fucking people. And when you do try to corner them to ask them some simple, honest, human, man to man fucking shit, look how they fold, crumble, get all fidgety, and they can't even fucking hold their composure. This is all letting you know that something is wrong from every angle. Every time you look at it, it looks eye contact with the beast in the bushes. Y'all looking right at the shit and y'all fucking playing weird, bruh. Milgram experiment, live and in fucking living color. Y'all are living that shit, bruh. Y'all will never stand up to authority, knowing that they playing the game that is not. They don't need to be like that, and he ain't no better man than you. And he just happened to get that role in the experiment, bruh. He just happened to get that role. It could have been you. So wait, so look how wishy washy and random the roles are with so much at stake that there's a cop that the last cop to ever give me a fucking ticket, he could have gotten fired a year after that, and I wouldn't even know it. I could have just tried to be a member of the fucking law enforcement if I wanted to. I could have long since been a cop if I wanted to, right? Let's say that could have happened. Now the role is reversed. This motherfucker that wrote me a fucking ticket and they end up quitting or getting fired from his job don't know that he gave that ticket to a future fucking cop. If I were to be a cop and then I go be a cop, and then I go, you pulled me over before. Look at this, I'm pulling you over now. Life ain't supposed to be that wishy washy like that with somebody with this illusion, somebody else's life in their fucking hands, and how it interchanges like that over what? A job application and some training and an oath. And now all of a sudden the role is reversed between these two men, hypothetically. This is weird. Life ain't supposed to be like that inside of a fucking game like this. But everything that humanity is giving us right now is a game that humanity itself has painted over top of the natural picture that was already there. No man above no other man, period. And if so, it'll be because the superior man outsmarted and out brutalized the man that he stands over. And that makes it fair because they go, no, this is actually part of the natural game, Trey. And that's why I look at government sometimes and I go, part of me says that you have earned a position because you have been successful in achieving what it is that you have achieved, and there's something about that that says, well, that's exactly what would happen then. And it's not a weird deserving like I'm happy for, but it's a weird deserving like there's nothing else I could expect for you to be doing, but to be trying to control the world using these different avenues of control over the human experience to do that, and then actually successfully doing it and backing it all up by violence. I'm not surprised. And I think that if you work that angle like that and you dominate over anybody can talk in between about how legit that is or how they don't like it or they actually want to join it or want to support it or whatever side of the line you stand on, none of that really matters. The fact of the matter is, there it is. It's right there. Eye contact with the beast in the bushes. You looking right at it. That's the beast right there. The religious prophecy cannot be fulfilled unless government can stand up tall the way they are to do what? To crash and shit, because that's what they do best. That's what they're here for. It's weird to me, man. Everything is okay with everybody. It's so fucking weird to me. All right, Rick James. Yeah, have a good night, man. If you're already gone, man. That was I don't know how many minutes ago. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping in and all that. Hope you were entertained, maybe inspired. maybe had me say some shit that you fuck with, that you thought about before, that you said before. Uh, because whether it be through desperate means or humble means, I think we should be humbly and desperately seeking to connect with our fellow man so that we can realize that these types of discussions uh, should be the bulk of what it is that we do with our time, because it'd be better off this than the manufacturing of bombs that could kill us off. How is this not the better thing to do? I'm morally superior to all of them motherfuckers. That's where I get my cockiness from. Not that I think that I'm better than any of y'all, because I'm not. But I am better than any man that stands up to play the role in the illusion to have the power to do anything, but then to choose to enslave humanity. What an evil fucking thing to do in a position like that. Fucking weird. And I get to say fuck them to the dirt with their ass. I don't gotta rock with them. I don't gotta respect it. I think it'd be weird if you told me that yeah, that is what is going on planet Earth is like that, but you should just respect it and not talk like that and not wish for their downfall that they weren't there. Just let them be. All of that shit don't matter. As soon as you can see the beast, like I see the beast, anything I do or say after that, let that shit go. Let me do it. Let me be me, bro. Leave me alone, because we're talking about the beast. There should be no expectation for us to have any kind of cordial interaction, respect, or uh, any kind of mercy if we want to address the idea of some real fucking justice on planet Earth about all of this fucking crimes against humanity all over the place, the human trafficking, the drug rat race, the grip that religion has over on people, the government control, the World Economic Forum, Council of Foreign Relations, all of these bitch ass motherfuckers, bro, stop playing. I'm morally superior to every one of them. If there is a God that is judging this shit, he's going to look at me and go, "No, you the one. Fuck them. They all going to the God." And why? And why is that even part of the plan? Actually, and why is that even part of the plan? Actually, huh? That it has to be like this. Weird, man. Sad. It shouldn't be. I just honestly believe that it don't have to be. I've been going through a lot of revelations in my own family about like the deterioration of my family unit overall. my my mother's generation in the family, and it's spilling down into my generation in the family too, and even in the younger generation, in my nieces and nephews and shit like that. But there's just conflict, man. It's just like nobody can get along, and well, what's weird to me is that everybody seems to have this unrealistic expectation that they're going to get along with everybody all the time. So when there's a falling out or a problem, people tend to hold the grudge so close to their hearts that it blackens their heart. They'll go uh, extended periods of time without talking to each other over small disagreements that I believe are small disagreements, and even some of them that people are thinking, well, that was a big deal to me, or okay, maybe it's a big deal to you, and I can't tell you how to feel about that. But what I can say is that if you had any realistic expectation at all, that you know that you're going to disagree very heavily and very sincerely with different members of your family about some very critical things. If you're not already prepared to deal with that, then why you won't just grow up and just face that first, man? Because then you would take these things more lightheartedly. You'd be like, okay, we don't agree on this and that. We had this little conflict. That don't mean I don't love you. That I'm gonna fucking stay away from you, at all. I'm not finna do that about this shit. But forever know that I think you dumb, bogus, wrong about this or that or whatever. Then I just love you and offer you a fucking sandwich. Fuck out of here. Come on, man. Let's go get a bite to eat or something. Fuck is you talking about? Like that's how you're supposed to handle family conflict, because I have no expectation to get along with y'all all the time anyway. Y'all also fucking heartbroken. One little disagreement, everybody gets fucking disrespectful and start dividing themselves away from family. Then it lasts for years. And I go, why y'all do all that? Y'all that soft and sensitive? I think some of y'all being some babies. But it's weird to see this degradation of the fucking family unit, and then society kind of mirrors a similar degradation. Uh, George Carlin is the man. It really is. But of course, he was one of them. He was somehow wrapped up and in tune and aware of deeper truths behind the occultic influence and the mind control in entertainment, all of that. So he was aware of that shit. And he tried to blow the whistle on it the best he could, to the point where his stand up towards the end of his life, um, it became more preachy with political rants than it was with comedy. uh, and it was I took it as being just as good as his comedic material because I could see the transition. I respected the transition into what it was that he started doing with his stand up and with his time and with the attention that he was garnering from people. I respected how he put that all together. And I think the transition into that in and of itself was saying something about the man George Carlin. So I respect all of that. It's whatever. But that's what I hate about the celebrity influence and shit like that. It's a bittersweet thing because I do like the music and the movies. I love going to the movie theater. Taking a trip to the movie theater to go see a movie is a dope thing to me. I love that shit, bro. Um, I just like the experience, man. I'm an aspiring filmmaker anyway. Just the whole movie going experience, I like it, man. And it's sad that Hollywood is as evil as it is, and that's what breaks my heart the most because they took something so beautiful, like this artistic uh, uh, melting together of music, human expression and acting, and color and cinematography, and all of this shit melting together to make a good movie with a good story. Like it's a beautiful flex of the human imagination, man, and they fucked it up. Hollywood fucked it up. That shit crazy, bro. That shit sad, bro. They fucked everything up. The music and all that shit, bro. All the satanic bullshit and all these motherfuckers videos, man, they fucked it up, bro. But they hijacked it because they have to do this. I've spoken on this earlier. They have to do this. They understand the human psyche enough to know that the rhythm and the beat and a good song that taps into the natural you, the sexual you, the violent you, all of these things in the music and the movies can also be used to garner attention from humanity and then call out of them different parts of their nature so that you can paint a picture or a narrative that they need to attach to. For example, the selling of diamonds as engagement and wedding rings. It wasn't always like that. It's not an ancient thing for this to be the tradition. Maybe the ring, and that's a Saturn thing. If you want to talk about the whole Saturn thing, we can get into that sometime. But the diamond ring thing was a marketing thing, man, that Hollywood and other avenues put on even in ass and shit, you put a woman in there with a nice ass diamond ring on there as this fucking symbol that, yo, if you love this bitch, put a ring on for damn sure. Use this fucking diamond, bro. You don't mean that shit. This is all a marketing thing, man, because it wasn't always like that. They had to put us on this to make us feel like that. And look what they did. And Hollywood played a big role in that. That shit is weird as fuck, bro. Because they know the human psyche. And when you know that they do, for benevolent reasons, assume the malevolent reasons, malevolent reasons, and then be forever on guard to make sure that they're not doing that because they got great potential to do just that, and that's exactly what they do, bro. They use the music and the movies and the entertainment and the sports and all this other shit to hypnotize you to drive you into this one fucking thing. LeBron James and the fucking basketball bullshit and him doing this all the motherfucking time and the King James shit and how that relates to the fucking real King James and the fucking religion shit and all of that shit is tied to get they do this shit right in your face, bro. They do it right in your face. I keep on pointing it out, and as soon as I point it out, and then you can see it even a little bit, and you do your due diligence to just be on guard to say, none of this shit better not ever even look like it might be true. Because if it is, I want to fucking know. I'm going to fucking take a look. If I don't fucking look, I want to know if this fucking nightmare scenario is actually realistic and maybe manifesting in reality right now. Let me take a look. The curiosity should be here. Y'all ain't got no curiosity about nothing. Y'all just want the beer and the sports and the booty shaking bitches to the fucking music playing loud and your fucking country music and whatever the fuck else y'all got going on. Y'all just want all of that shit and y'all don't care at all to be on guard to be sure that these things that are obviously tapping into the human nature isn't actually being used by somebody trying to hijack the shit for their benefit. And we know that that's exactly what's going on. It don't even really take much of a conspiracy theorist to fucking see that. I don't understand how the whole world can't rock with me. This is fucking retarded. I'm confused and fucking disappointed. Period. And it ain't my ego, bro. I think that it's just so weird that I don't know how any man can listen to me say any of this shit and go, don't none of that shit make no sense. I don't give a fuck. You are a retard, Trey. Who is gonna say that to me? How? This is just legit observation, honest observation. Look at the world and say what it is and make the connection. It might not be so easy to connect because if you can hold a feasible narrative together by connecting these things and say, this is a solid fucking picture that I'm painting here, what else can I add? What other angle? What else is they doing? The religion and government working together? From how many angles can I see this to be absolutely true before I go, that's exactly what it is. I'm not supposed to like it. That's exactly what it is. Look at it. How many times you got to make these fucking points and connections before you go, yeah? How many? Well, then walk it until you fucking get that many, because you got plenty. There's plenty of reasons, plenty of examples and evidence that they are tethered together like this to do one thing together, hand in hand, is to fuck this shit up. Jesus fucking Christ, unbelievable. And I mean it just like that. It's unbelievable. I won't believe it. I won't believe it. He's gonna come back now to be king over whoever survives this fucking great Armageddon type of crazy. Come on, bro. You're gonna rule the earth then to do what? To force it into a state of heaven, or is it still gonna be war and famine and all? What is the world supposed to be like after the king takes the throne? What is the world gonna be like? Peaceful? How you gonna do that? You'd have to have scared the shit out of people to get that. It almost seems like he needs the fucking fear and the devastation of the war to get people to be so easily subdued that it takes very little for him to actually rule the world and get exactly what it is that he wants to be. And that sounds like Satan. What the? Oh, God damn. I gotta go to sleep. I love y'all, man. The religion and the government shit is fucking weird to me. It's a tandem that you should be weary of. Why are you okay with them rocking this shit? Yeah. It's that deep, and they are doing that, and this is fucking weird that you're just letting them do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm surprised, shocked, and disappointed. I thought y'all would have been stood up. Guess not. Good luck, bitches. I'm out of here. Peace and love to y'all. Wu bang, get a motherfucking gun. The gun shit is for everybody. Please resist the political manipulation. They need you to be completely manipulated, hypnotized, unsure about what tomorrow brings, and but totally expected for it to at least kind of look like your movies, your music, and all of the gematria has been pointing you right to the source of what the fuck this is and how deep it really is. That they need to ritualistically do this shit because they believe that ritualistically performing these things and constantly being successful garners them more and more power from their Lord Satan or whoever the fuck it is that they're talking to. Moloch, I don't know. Baal, I don't know. Who I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I will tell you this: the justification for keep on going is found in the fact that it has been working and it appears to be magical powers, but all it really is cause and effect. They do this shit after hacking into the fucking matrix of the human consciousness, and then they make you fucking dance like the fucking puppet to their tune. And when it works, they go, "Oh yeah, we got them. This is going to be easy. We'll have very little resistance, very little people be able to break free of this shit. The ones that do break free of it are going to look crazy. The ones that break free of it that look crazy will have to go fucking extreme, with low numbers to even make a fucking dent in the armor that we got built around our shit. We are impenetrable. We are gonna win this shit. Let's go. Let's go. They knew that. They knew that when they hijacked the shit. They just had to walk through the steps. They tell you don't worship no idols, and then look at you. They call LeBron King James to align with a religious figure, and nobody notices that this man actually gets praises. More well known gets more praises than King James himself when he was here. I'm sure of it. The King James stood right next to you, motherfuckers. The real King James, you wouldn't even rock with him. You wouldn't rock with him at all, but you would rock his book though. You wouldn't like him. Apparently, he had a male lover named Buckingham Palace after the fucking guy that he was smashing or getting smashed by. I don't know if he was a pitcher or the catcher. I don't know, but I know there was a love affair, and that's okay. That's cool. But if you can't tell that part, then keep that shit forever attached to the bigger picture. When you talk to me about your shit, then I had to be like, you're missing something. How you gonna say this? Sounds like you forgot to keep this in mind. Because when you say this, you gotta keep this in mind and just make sure your story's still straight, or else you're gonna lose me. It's not quite right. King James was a boy lover. Facts. So it's constantly falling apart. It's constantly calling you to the realization that you're being played, being played. King James. Did he also write a satanic Bible or something? He wrote some book about Satanism. or Luciferianism. Something. Yeah, he did. You know, it's weird. You can't tell the story of the devil without talking about Jesus or vice versa. You bring up Jesus, you got to talk about the devil. The devil lives in the shadows of which of Jesus is that you love so much. You actually need the both of them. Sounds uh crazy, right? You see how they play the yin and the yang? But it be coming from one thing, I think. It's all one control system. You play the game. Now Jesus and the devil become real figures that you have to apply to your life in these different ways they got you in the game. And as soon as you don't adhere to this shit, what control did these two guys have over you? These two entities have over you? None. None. Everything that is bad is in you. Everything that is good is in you. How you play that out is your moral fucking responsibility throughout your life. If I cannot say the devil made me did it, why do I actually need to thank God for any achievement that I made? You guys sound crazy. If I can do that, then it only morally and logically makes sense that I get to blame the devil for the other stuff. Or else you gotta stop telling me to take all your shit so fucking seriously if I can't apply it. I'm not gonna play the fucking silly head game. There's something wrong with all of this shit, bro. And the fact that it can all be here, and now you gotta get the right interpretation in the right mix, and then walk the path the right way with the holy book. They can go in so many different directions. Because how many fucking denominations of Christianity is it out here? You see how fucking splintered the fucking book is? The attempt was to fucking deliver a soul saving message to humanity. You see how splintered it is? Not the work of a God. I'm not fucking going. Can't do it. Wu Bang, get a gun. RPM trade Vietnam in this bitch. I will see y'all next time. I need to do an open carry soon. I need to get out there with the guns and talk my shit on the streets. I love y'all, man. Y'all take it easy. Get your guns up. Woo, I need to do a gun video. I got some dope shit for y'all. I got some new shit. I gotta do a fucking gun video. Peace and love, y'all.